Hey guys, hope you're doing very well. In today's video it's going to be something a little bit different. I've definitely been involving my subscribers and the people that are in my Facebook group quite a lot recently within my videos. It's definitely a good way of getting other people's experiences into a video because I'm just one person. I can only talk from my experience. So when I can talk from someone else's experience, I don't know, I just feel like it's more helpful in some way. So this video is going to be about getting tattooed while being disabled. I had a lovely girl message me on Instagram a little while back and she said something along the lines of, would you ever do a video about people having disabilities and getting tattoos? And I was just like, well, I can't really speak from any experience, I'm able-bodied. And she said she would be more than willing to help make a video, and then she ended up just giving me loads of information about herself. And I was just like, hey, let me just do a video about this girl. She has tattoos herself, she is in a wheelchair, and I thought, you know what, like nobody has really spoke about anything like this before, and this could help a lot of people. I definitely want to do maybe more videos like this, so let me know how you feel about this video. I've had quite a few people message me lately saying that they have fibromyalgia. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you guys know me, I can't say anything right. But yeah, a lot of people have been contacting me that have fibromyalgia. I know I'm saying that wrong. And I would love to do a video on that as well because people have asked me for advice, and I obviously not ever been in that position. I don't want to give wrong advice, so if I can collect information from stuff like that, I think that would be helpful, but we'll see how this video goes. Anyway, this lovely girl Lauren, I asked her a few questions. I was like, hey, I'm going to ask you some questions and then I'm going to read them out in a video. But she ended up writing me like a lot of stuff, and I don't want to leave anything out. I don't want to take anything away from her and her experience and her story because it may matter to her and it may be helpful to you guys. So I am going to be reading quite a bit. I've managed to copy and paste it into my notes. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see what's going on here. There is a lot, so I'm sorry if you guys don't like me reading and stuff. I know I don't have the best reading voice. I am also still getting over a cold, so I'm very nasally, and I do lose my breath, so this may be a bit choppy because I have to stop quite a bit. But yeah, I asked her some questions, and I also asked her, you know, if she's got any tips or anything which could help you guys also, because again, I've never been in that position. I've been to a lot of tattoo studios, do look like they could have disability access, like they have the wide doors and there's quite a lot of space to manoeuvre, but the old style tattoo studios that have been around for years and years and years, especially in England, are quite small, not a lot of movability areas. So anyway, let's read into this. So she said, my name is Lauren, which is an amazing name. Let me just put that one out there. My name's Lauren too. Whoop. Anyway, my name is Lauren, I'm 19, and I have a disability called Spinal Muscular Atrophy type 2. Which means I'm wheelchair dependent. Atrophy, I'm probably saying this wrong, I'm so sorry, basically means muscle wastage. So I have little to no muscle mass. I can't support my own weight and I find it difficult to keep my balance, lift things, etc. I was diagnosed at 18 months when my mum and dad noticed that I wasn't trying to stand up, which is what a baby of that age should be doing. However, I was misdiagnosed at first and they told my mum it was terminal because when I was diagnosed there wasn't much research surrounding SMA. It was very rare and still quite rare today. I've always been a big fan of alternative things. I love alternative music, piercings, clothing, hair, but mostly tattoos. When you're in a situation like mine, tattoos can be a difficult subject because my body doesn't move the way yours does. I can't straighten my legs to lie on the bed. I can't lay down for too long because my legs go numb. So we have to find ways around the usual routine way. Having a disability definitely made me think twice about getting tattoos because sometimes, as sad as it sounds, it's easier not to try at all than go through a potentially embarrassing situation. But I've always been the type of person to try anyway because I don't know what I'm capable of and what I'm not capable of until I try. So when I turned 18, I booked my first 2 tattoos. I can't lie, I was anxious about the pain, I was anxious about the shop and whether I was going to be able to even get into it, never mind get the tattoo. And I was worried about the tattoo artist, but I pushed past it and I did manage it. My favourite group of all time is of Mice of Men. I actually was lucky enough, thank my lucky stars, to meet them. So my inspiration for my first tattoo was that group. I did a lot of research about where I wanted to get tattoos and I ended up picking a local place. I sent them a message on Facebook about what I wanted and of course my situation because I didn't want to turn up knowing that it might take a bit more preparation to tattoo me. And of course I wanted everything to go perfectly, so I let them know everything in advance so that there wasn't any issues when I got there. On the day of my tattoos I was so nervous I could have thrown up. Even though I had sorted everything out with the artist, there was an underlying terrifying feeling of this could go terribly wrong. I got to the shop and it was tiny inside. Bearing in mind I'm using a big electric wheelchair, so that was fun. And she did an upside down sarcastic smiley face. And then I had to squeeze into a tiny back room where most of the space was taken up by the tattoo chair, but I managed to get my chair in comfortably. The artist I had was very, very patient and accommodating towards me. I purposely picked somewhere on my body which was going to be easy to get to without moving from my chair. I picked my thumb where I now have a "and" sign symbol and a set of wings on my wrist, but I hate that one. They just put lol. I didn't find either of them too painful, but I have a high pain tolerance, so that's probably why. The whole experience was a positive one and hasn't in any way put me off from wanting more tattoos. The only thing putting me off is the price. And she did a couple of emojis. She's so sweet. However, I do plan on starting my sleeve this year. I'm having a Japanese culture themed sleeve with a koi pond, cherry blossom tree, etc. The brighter the better. And then she goes on to say, I've compiled a list of advice for people in my position as there's no information available at all for us. And this is what I love, that she's gone beyond for this. And okay, so the first bit of advice that she's given us is pain and discomfort. Pillows and cushions are your best friend. Place them under elbows, arms, thighs, calves, back, anything to help ease the discomfort while you get tattooed. Which to me also is an amazing bit of advice, because those massage beds are not comfortable. They are for the first sort of like half an hour or so, but they are not comfortable, so that would be super helpful to anyone who needs something like that. She then goes on to say, find out what's comfortable and what isn't before you go. Try out laying in different positions and moving around like you would whilst you have a tattoo. If you need more padding to make it more comfortable, take a thick blanket / duvet to lie over the bed before you lay down. That's a good bit of advice. The only thing is with that, the tattoo artist will have to put cling film over it because it's come from outside, and anytime you lay on something in a tattoo studio, they will put cling film over it. So keep that one in mind. Make sure it's not too excessy with the fabric and stuff, because the cling film will have to go over it. You want to be sanitary when you get a tattoo. I thought I'd throw my little input in there. She then goes on to say, regular breaks. Don't feel like you need to put yourself out to finish the tattoo. If you're in pain or in discomfort, very good advice. If it takes longer or needs a few more sessions, then it does. Again, very good advice. Know your pain tolerance. Research where it hurts more and where it doesn't hurt too much, and make your decision off that. The thinner you are, the more it's going to hurt. As someone who used to be thin, I can vouch for that. So I'd suggest going for places on your body that are going to be more chunky: thighs, upper arms, side of calves, etc. Her second bit of advice is the artist. Discuss your movement range with them. What's comfortable, what isn't, what you can't physically do, what you can physically do. They will adapt to your needs if they need to, and don't be afraid of asking for breaks or having a stretch. This is about you, it's your body, it's your art. They will listen to you, it's their job. Very true. Listen to what they say. This goes for everyone, but if they warn you against doing something, they're warning you for a reason. If you're trying to place a large tattoo in a small arm space, it's going to end up blown out and blurred. Which leads on to the next few points. Your artist will take your idea and change it to adapt to you and your body. Amazing advice. That applies to anyone. Like if an artist is saying, hey, this isn't going to look right, they're doing it for a good reason. They're not being an arsehole. They're not telling you to do this because, you know, it's easier for them or whatever. They want to give you a good quality tattoo. Amazing advice. Lauren knows what she's talking about. Then her last point is the tattoo. Be realistic, think about your needs and situation, going back to the movement range. For example, I have rods in my back, oh my gosh, that sounds so painful, that fix it into place, and my hips have locked into place where they are, meaning I can't lay on my stomach, so I'm not going to ask for a back tattoo. I can't lay with my head tilted back, so I'm not going to ask for a neck tattoo. Think about the space you're working with. Choose a tattoo that's going to fit for the space you're using. And then she goes on to an amazing little paragraph / sentence. And she said, if you want a tattoo, get one, because our lives are crappy enough as it is. Do what makes you happy, love yourself, love your body. I could literally cry. That is Lauren's story and why she's in a wheelchair and her experience with getting tattoos, and her advice is amazing. That hopefully helps so many people. I'm so glad I get to share Lauren's story, and thank you again to Lauren for sharing her story. She was really keen on helping people. It honestly restores your faith in humanity, honestly, when people are willing to help other people like that. And tattoos to some people are trivial, but to people like me or to people like Lauren, they are a huge part of our lives, her life, and I don't know what else to say. She has nailed every single bit of it, and I really do hope this has helped someone out there, or even if there's people out there that are curious about how people with disabilities do get tattooed. It shouldn't be like a taboo subject. We should talk about this. Like, everyone should be included in something that is as awesome as tattoos and body art. There are artists out there that will accommodate to you, that will, you know, do as much as they most possibly can to make you comfortable, to give you a good tattoo. And like Lauren said, you know, you can do it in sessions. If you can't handle pain that well, or you're just not physically able to sit a certain way, there's a way around it somehow, or there's a way to get what you want somehow. Yeah, also Lauren sent me a video of a man that was hurt by a tiger. He's now in a wheelchair because of it. The tiger actually didn't hurt him to be like vicious or whatever. I think the tiger was actually trying to help him. She sent me a clip, but I can't put the whole 7-minute clip in because there's other bits within this clip. It was on YouTube, so I'm going to put in little segments here for you guys now that may also help you, and it's really good.
I'm looking at getting a tiger tattoo.
Tiger tattoo.
Specifically, like a mother holding like a baby.
Oh, okay. So why is that?
This is the reason I'm actually in the wheelchair. I was in an accident with a tiger.
Whoa.
When I was 15, I worked at the zoo, and I went into the tiger cage because I was taking some pictures for some people. And I'd done this all the time, so I went into the cage, walked across the water pond, went to take some pictures. I actually tripped and knocked myself unconscious and fell into the water.
That's crazy.
And I was about chest to head underwater. When the guys got down there, one of the tigers had me by the back of my neck. She was holding me up above the water.
The frantic moments that took place around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon speak for themselves.
Okay, what's going on?
We have a tiger attacking a bad one. Please hurry. Oh, sorry. I can't think. We've never had an injury like this before, ever.
That 911 caller was on the scene where a 16-year-old sustained critical injuries from multiple tiger bites.
I think she was trying to do like they do with their cubs, trying to, you know, keep me from drowning. If she wouldn't have picked me out, I would have very well drowned.
Yeah. Wow. I was sitting here thinking you were attacked and you weren't attacked. Right. The tiger actually saved your life. That's incredible.
Yeah. Her tooth actually hit my C4, C5 vertebrae in my neck, but it's an incomplete injury, and that says a lot to the fact that she wasn't just trying to take a chunk out of me.
I don't know how I'm gonna stencil him. I don't know how I'm gonna lay him to get it done.
Like, there's all these different challenges of with a tattoo. Then there's all these challenges of with a tattoo in a wheelchair. Then there's all these challenges of a tattoo in a wheelchair with scars. And it's his first one. So my mind is racing, rolling, thinking of every single little thing that I have to overcome. All I can do is try to design something fucking cool and try to get this tattoo to look good.
It's not an easy tattoo at all. Usually, like, tattooing and your tattoo is like right in front of your face. Kelsey's gonna have to like bend over and be hunchback all day long to get this done.
All right, I think we're ready to get rolling. All right, here we go. How you feel?
Fine.
Can you lean back just a hair?
Yep, sorry. I was trying to lean on this for you.
It killed my body to lean over his chair. I had to have a wider stance with my legs and lean over more than I ever have with any other tattoo because he was leaned so far in his wheelchair, but what am I supposed to say to a man that's been through the amount of pain that he has? I can't complain. So I just try to keep my mouth shut, but he did have good humor, so.
Alrighty.
Are we done?
Yeah,
How's the look?
it looks great. All right, let's come on over this way and we'll take a look at it in the mirror. This is your first tattoo. This is what you've been waiting for. One of the best stories I've ever heard in my shop.
Oh, that looks great. That is cool. I love the color in it.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, that is amazing. And the eyes are super great, too. That's incredible.
It was a challenge for sure, but I'm very, very happy that I got to do it for you.
Thank you.
Even though this day was insane, I'm very thankful to be a part of Dakota's milestone but also being a part of helping Dakota move on.
So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing very well. Make sure you leave some feedback down below about how you feel about this video, and just give a massive thank you to Lauren for sharing her story. That's how you should go about life. I don't know. She's been dealt, you know, a tough card in her life, and she's, you know, trying to live her best life, and I love that. It's so inspirational. So I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until my next video, bye.